Good Wednesday morning on this August 27th. Thanks for tuning in here on our all streaming. Good morning to Jill, Cheyenne, also Taylor. We have Facebook here, so if you have any questions, shout them out. And we're going to take you through, we have tied a record low this morning. Some areas smashed record lows. We got down as low as 45 across portions of the viewing area, Fairfield, Jasper, down into Henderson County. Nothing on Doppler radar will stay that way. Our next chance of rain could hold off until late on Labor Day weekend. So all the showers are well outside of our viewing area. You got some showers bisecting Iowa from Des Moines up to Mason City, and kind of bisecting and kind of northwesterly from the panhandle there, well, from about Guyman, Oklahoma down into Lawton, and maybe a few sprinkles in OKC, and then back through Goodland, Kansas, and those areas, seeing a few showers, and then up through New York. All of our connections are in pretty good shape, but check this out. We're looking for a high of 80. Now, in the half hours, we could have dropped below the record. 51 in 1946, we registered a 51 this morning, and we have about half the viewing area that had temps in the 40s, and we had a 49 in Greenville, so the first day of school down in Muhlenberg County, McLean County as well. You guys from Sacramento, Bremen, dropped down to 40. We've only had 7100ths in the rain gauge. And the heat index is showing this as an example, pretty much going to match the temperature. Remember back in August where we had that 14-day stretch, 90 or greater, we had heat indices between 105 and 110. Let's take a look at I'll take a few of these here full. Let's take a look at what I call the temperature scorecard. 78 yesterday, the day before we had 77. That was it, and we're coming off that nice weekend. And the areas there in red, that streak is over because we will not hit 90 for the remaining days here in August. And through about September 10th, we should keep temps below 90. And there's that, if you add it all up, Mitch is helping me out, 7100s there in the rain gauge. Check out these dew points. The dew points this morning got as low as 51, so this is flat out comfortable. So the air mass is bone dry, even some dew points into the upper 40s during the afternoon. We're at 59 now, 57 in Washington, 61 in Greenville. By the way, our average low is at 65, and so we're still below that. Now, cloud decks will be interesting because we'll be looking at some scattered to broken skies. Broken skies mean about 2/3, 3/4 covered in clouds. So we're going to go over to partly sunny, and then I think a couple of hours where we go mostly cloudy, typical what you would see on a crisp fall day. And these cloud layers would be generally between about 3,000 and 6,000 feet, and then probably some high-level clouds as well. So I love the cloud chart, love looking at the different cloud layers. I'm showing you the 14-day, well, I'll do the 6 and 10-day. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. So kind of a sea of light blue across the area. We're guiding below normal. Precipitation, now there's a change because we have many areas now that are abnormally dry. So I have to keep an eye on drought potential because generally out over the short term, we're going to be drier than average. And I have one more chart for you, and we'll spin out the 8 and 14-day outlooks through September 10th. So we talked about there was a case to be made. We might not see any additional heat advisories for the remainder of the season. That's the trend through the 10th of September. Definitely, we're not going to match the heat and humidity we had in the middle of July. But we can have days in the 80s well into October. All right, let's take a look at the mowing forecast. Whatever you're doing outdoors, maybe you're even putting on a roof, construction zones, you are good to go. And let's go to the hourlies. Clouds increasing as we go to the afternoon, and then I include these winds will pick up a little bit out of the northwest at 3 to 5 miles an hour, maybe a gust up to 10. This takes us through tonight, and then for tomorrow, kind of more of the same. Well, we'll have winds shifting more out of the south, I think, during the afternoon. So a dry board, nothing coming in. I'll skip over Friday, and we'll go right into the weekend. Now on Saturday, generally dry, those morning lows in the 50s, that northeasterly wind usually will promote some cumulus clouds. Big football Saturday if you're traveling out to college football games. Labor Day, there are some changes scheduled on Monday afternoon into Monday night. This is where we could see some chances for some rain through Monday night, light opportunities for precipitation. There's the extended forecast. I'm going to take this full as I do that. There we go. So the 7-day forecast, our average highs at 87, all of them below average. Another dry front works through on Monday, at least some chances for rain during that time frame. So a quick shout out, good morning to you, Earl, Cheyenne, Jill, Taylor. Thanks for tuning in. Leslie, Laura, watching from Dawson Springs. Hope all is well. You guys are looking at a high of about 81. Sharon, watching from Paducah. And I see Mitch Carter. He's in the house here. I'm going to shut this down here. Mitch will be along in a moment.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of our 8:30 stream show. I'm Mitch Carter. Casey is back tomorrow, so if you're getting sick of just me, don't worry, me too. It's fixed tomorrow. She'll be back here with us. Of course, Byron was back today. Good to see him again here once again, back in the saddle on our Wednesday. As far as temperatures go, it's a beautiful Wednesday out there once again here, kind of following our theme for the week. You know how this goes by now. Pull a couple of headlines for you, get into it, get you out the door. So we'll get right into it here. Starting off, a 14 News update now. We know a warrant has been issued for the arrest of a third person following that town hall meeting last week in Warwick County. Now, court records show probable cause was found for Kelly Moore to be charged with battery of a public safety official. Meanwhile, two others, Amanda Bennett and Matthew Ike, were arrested and charged last week. Officials say Bennett began yelling expletives while Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith was speaking. She's accused of pushing a deputy after being asked to leave. Officials say Ike pushed another man during the incident. At this time, Moore has not been booked into jail. Shifting gears here now, though, and starting here in Evansville, Mayor Stephanie Terry, let me pull this video up for you here. There it is. Spent her Tuesday meeting with downtown business owners. The meetings there were for those around the 5th and Main Street area. All of it because of the ongoing construction that's been going on there. Owners say these projects have been causing frustration. Mayor Terry and the owners discussed timelines for the projects, and the mayor also heard questions and concerns from those who work and live in that area. One woman at the meeting, though, says the construction has made it very, very hard just to simply get around.
It's like a test when you drive around which road you can turn on, and I'm always ending up on a different road. So I'm learning all the side streets I didn't know existed. So.
Well, city leaders say most of these projects could be wrapped up by next summer. In the meantime, they go ahead and invite you to come out to those meetings and ask any questions you might have. In the meantime, here, some big news for those drivers here in Evansville in regards to that Lloyd For You project. Got some more video for you here. There we go. NDOT leaders say help is on the way for drivers frustrated with the lane striping. It's the intersection there, the Lloyd Expressway and Stockwell Road. Officials say crews added some brighter white markings, and they even raised the pavement markers there to improve the visibility of the lanes. We talked a lot about not only this project, but the striping specifically in that area on 14 News. Leaders say more striping is going to be done today on the bridges between Van Avenue and the Pigeon Creek Bridge. And last but not least here, kind of a fun piece of news for you, talking about the University of Evansville. In a 14 News update, the new UE mural is completed. You'll see that purple and orange under the Lloyd on the Weinbach Avenue overpass, that mural featuring the school's logo on both sides. School officials say this vibrant new gateway welcomes students, families, employees, and visitors while highlighting their strong connection to the city of Evansville. I know they work on that for a long time. We had Noah Latza in here on 14 News Sunrise a couple of weeks ago. He talked about that. They've got new street signs there that feature their logo, all very, very neat. A lot of work going on at the University of Evansville. Right now, it is 8:40 here on your Wednesday, like we've talked about. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning and talking to us. I see you. Leslie's watching. Laura, Sharon, and Melissa, good morning to all of you guys. Thank you for joining us here. As far as the Wednesday goes, once again here, following on theme, going to be gorgeous out there, albeit cold this morning and continuing that trend throughout the week into the weekend. But please go out there, enjoy that, and we'll see you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care.